This video is sponsored by Bityard. With over 400 cryptocurrencies to choose from on their spot exchange, dozens of USDT pairs for futures trading, perpetual coin futures, trade commodities like gold, silver and oil, Forex, and major indices like Nasdaq. You can buy crypto from Bityard with over 50 different fiat currencies, using Visa, MasterCard, Google or Apple Pay. If you like, you can use their copy trade facility, follow other traders who will execute trades on your behalf, or become a copy trader yourself. So if you want a bit of that, click the link in the description. Hello everybody, welcome back. So let's have a look at Algorand, one of my favourites. So there's two things I do with Algorand. I've bought tons and tons of it at the below 30 cents, and that's just been sitting in Coinbase staking away for ages, for absolutely ages. I call it my high interest bank account, that's what I call it. And that is just sitting there waiting for the moon. Potentially one day, maybe there will be a moon. But if there's not a moon, no big deal. There's also a large portion that I always like to trade in Binance versus its Bitcoin pair. And if we have a look, I spoke about this a couple of weeks ago. I brought it to everyone's attention. Again, it's a very simple thing that we've been doing for a while now. You go to the bottom, up to the top, down to the bottom, up to the top, down to the bottom, up to the top, down to the bottom. What's probably going to happen next is, I would imagine, given what we see here, that we go up to the top, right? So I'm not looking for this to sell this all the way up to the top and to sell right at the very peak. That's not how I do it. I incrementally buy at the bottom, and then I have sell orders going all the way up to the top. Remember, I do have a moon boy bag sitting in Coinbase, so I'm not particularly looking for this to break out and then whoa. I'm just looking to earn more Bitcoin, and it's a consistent way of doing it for Algorand, even though the time frame is relatively slow. It's around a 90-day period, roughly, give or take, from these bottoms to the tops. But yeah, I have buy orders and sell orders, and I don't overtrade it. So this was a really good move here in the space of like a month or so, down to the bottom, up to the top, and buy orders down here, sell orders on the way up. You usually have 3 sell orders on the way up. Now this time round we came back down, and I thought, in it to win it, we've got to give it a go. I'm not going to wait for it to come all the way down to the bottom. Maybe we'll have a relief rally. Pretty poor performance, and then suddenly had this anomaly wick, and 2 of my 3 sell orders were hit. Unfortunately, the 3rd sell order never got hit and remained all the way back down to the bottom. But this is the power and beauty of, I suppose, allowing yourself to realistically and rationally put sell orders in and just allow for those sell orders to get hit. And again, I woke up one night and 2 of my 3 sell orders were hit, and I was like, wow. And just as well, because obviously if I hadn't have done, obviously the majority of that move took place as I was sleeping. So yeah, now it's about time, like I say, we focus on the next major play, which is down from the bottom up to the top. So I made a video about this a couple of weeks ago, either when we were approaching it or when we hit it. It's about 2 weeks old, the video, about buying into this. I'm buying it back, and for the most obvious reasons is that we have good reactions from the bottom and go to the top of this range. And the range itself from the bottom to the top is about 200%. Yeah, it's just over 200%. So again, buy that bottom, incremental sell orders all the way up to the top, 3 sell orders all the way up, last one being at the top. It might not work, but so far it generally does work, and it gives you roughly, give or take, about a 90-day period between the bottom to the top for those sell orders to be hit. Again, I don't like to overtrade, mostly for tax reasons, but I just don't like to overtrade, and I'm happy to allow these things to wait. I don't need the money right now. Just leave it to do its thing. It's all about accumulating that Bitcoin for me, and that's how I use this Algorand chart. So it's a very relaxing, chilled out trade with a 90-day time frame on it, probably a little bit more, give or take 90 days. See if it works out. It's never failed in the past. It should continue to work. And at the moment, the only reason I'm making this video is that we're actually having a decent reaction. So we just bring it down to the lower term time frames. The Bitcoin pair, we're above the 200 exponential on the 4 hourly. That's okay. No majorly bullish setups here. This is what could be the change of behavior that we've been waiting for. We've not been above that for a very long period of time, but we are above it now. A small period of accumulation at this bottom. A rounded bottom looks quite nice. And obviously on the daily, we're not going to be looking at anything special on the daily with this Bitcoin pair at this moment in time. Rejection on the 50 exponential, no big deal. Again, this could just be the very start of an uptrend, and that's what I think it is, which is why you buy this bottom. Now we just could take our attention over to the tether pairing for what it's worth. Again, we look like we're fizzling out at this particular level. This is a major resistance based upon its previous support stroke resistance that it had problems with, and again we had that vibe over here as well. So it's historical. This is historical, whether it's a support or a resistance, a support or a resistance. So this will inevitably break. I'm pretty confident of that, but if we're looking at it right now, I'm not particularly convinced. We've got incoming golden cross, probably going to form today, to be honest with you, but I would be looking for this to find a rejection here and then move on down. Now, I did make a video earlier on today about Bitcoin potentially having its breakout, and you'll have to watch that video to understand what it is I'm talking about. It's a little bit, it's not tongue-in-cheek. There is a signal there. There is a suggestion that it will break out of its resistance either today, tomorrow, or through the weekend, and then go on. And that would take altcoins with it. It might take Satoshis away from the Bitcoin pairs, but it would take altcoins with it. And if that's the case, then we break out of this level here, the 90-cent zone for Algorand, and we started to build a base on there like we've done in the past. So Algorand, again, is well, what do you call it, a medium-term trade. About 90 days, 3 months, 3-4 months or so for this one to play from the bottom to the top, gaining me some more Bitcoin, preferably between 100 and 200%. Obviously, I've got sell orders in there, so I'm not looking to get all in the bottom, all out of the top. That would be a 200% gain. Obviously, I'm going to take profit 3 times all the way up to the top. So I'm probably looking for just over about 100% all in all. So doubling the amount of Bitcoin that I put into it. That's my goal there. You might think that that's a conservative way of trading. That's me all over, all right? That's me all over. Short, fast gains can be done, and that's why we were focusing on XRP yesterday. That's something that we're very interested in. But generally speaking, trading should be chilled out and relaxed. There's no point in overtrading, going crazy. Looking for the super big gains can often end in the super big losses. There are obviously small cap coins that I like to trade as well. We talk about them all the time. There is a Patreon stream tonight if you want to join that, and people ask me to look at whatever coins that is that they want. But my preference isn't to make these super massive, huge gains all the time. I like consistency. And if anything, Algorand provides consistency. So I thought I'd bring it to your attention. An update on the video from 2 weeks ago from the buy zone. It's working out exactly as I expected, but it's still got a long way to go. But again, if we base it on its previous behavior, I don't see why it wouldn't work out. It's always done it in the past. My target is about 3 months down the line. See where we go from there. Right, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a nice day. Maybe see you on the Patreon chat tonight. Otherwise, take it easy.